welcome back to my channel. I'm Colleen Pearl, the Cool Crone, and this video is going to be a prediction video for the month of December for all Geminis. Now, as an astrologer, I would be remiss if I did not mention the great conjunction taking place later this month between Jupiter and Pluto. I've decided to do an extra astrological video all about December, which should be up in the next few days. In the meantime, sit back and relax, Gemini, and let's talk about you in the month of December.
Okay, Gemini, I've shuffled your cards and I've laid them out in 4 cards of 4 cards each, or four columns of 4 cards each. This is week 1, this is week 2, week 3, and week 4. So we start out the beginning of December, Gemini, with the 5 of Wands. So you've got some struggle happening in the very beginning of the month. You've got a difficult time with other people struggling either to be first or be best or show you that you're not good enough or something. There's a tension there and there's a competition there. And usually in the 5 of Wands cards, there's more people fighting with their sticks, but they're not actually hitting each other. In this, the sticks are hitting each other, but the people are not, hitting each other with sticks. They're just hitting the sticks against one another. So I think these are people who are more trying to emphasize that they are maybe better than you or trying to make you feel less than. And it's all up to you whether you decide that you are less than or not. The next card is the 5 of Cups. And this is showing a sense of loss, a feeling that you don't have everything that you need, that you are not as good as, or you are less than. So I'm thinking that the first card, these people are succeeding. You're letting them succeed, which isn't like you, Gemini. You shouldn't allow other people to tell you who you are or what your value is. But nevertheless, you're feeling kind of low this beginning of December. The next card is the Prince of Wands, and this could be a person that you know that is trying to show you your worth, trying to show you your value, and trying to emphasize that the world needs you, that you're an important person in the world. You're a child of the universe. You're a child of God, and therefore you're valued and blessed and loved. Take their advice. Go with that. Don't succumb to this very negative thinking. It's just not worth it. And make sure that you do a little self-talk as well to buoy yourself and pick up your spirits. And the final card for the first week is the Queen of Cups. And I feel that this is you. This is an emotional queen. Usually she has a covered cup next to her in the traditional Rider-Waite. But in this deck, the cup is above her head, showing that her knowledge is very intuitive, that she has knowledge. She is accomplished, as any queen level is, but that she listens to her intuition a great deal. The bird on her shoulder is another indication of intuition. So you are very much in your feelings, but you're also in your intuition. And so you can buoy yourself. You can listen to yourself and you can give yourself advice through your higher self, through a higher source. And don't forget to do that, especially in December. The second week begins with the Hierophant. Oh, this is a gorgeous card. I don't know if you can see the details of this card or not, but it's just really, really beautiful. So this card is saying that there is someone that you revere, somebody that you look up to as an authority, who is coming to you in the second week of December and is telling you what the rules are. Here's the game plan. Here's what it's going to be about. And actually, you've got 3 major arcana in a row in this second week in December. So I'm going to say that the second week in December is a major time for you, is a major probably breakthrough for you in believing in yourself, in finding out what you're made of, in achieving things, in just going for what it is that you're trying to achieve or conquer. The second card in the second week of December is the Strength card. And this is showing you that you have talents and skills and strengths that you don't even realize that you have. You possess things that you haven't tapped into yet, that you will tap into now in this month of December. There are things that are gonna, you're gonna surprise yourself and others with the way that you respond to the whole situation of whatever's going on in December, and you will triumph. You will become more the person that you are. You will pull these talents and skills out of yourself, and you will become more you. So that's very exciting thing to see in the reading. And after the first week of this, a lot of disappointment and trying to kind of cheer yourself up, it's nice to see that you're actually not only going to cheer yourself up, but you're going to accomplish something really wonderful. And the third card for the second week in December for you is Temperance. So not only are you going to conquer yourself and pull things out of yourself that you didn't even know you possessed, but you are also going to perform some kind of miracle. You're going to change water into wine, as it were. You're going to take the resources that you have and make something else out of them. So you're going to take your situation that you find yourself in and make it better. Better for you, better probably for everybody around you, because this is a major arcana, and usually this affects the greater good, the greater portion of humanity. The last card in the second week in December is the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles indicates a time for learning or apprenticing in a craft. It indicates master craftsmen at work, and you being given the opportunity to observe and work alongside of them so that you can ultimately become a master yourself. So again, we have this surprising opportunity for you to use talents and skills you didn't even know you had, use your resources in an unfathomable way, and then also a way to study and advance these skills to a much higher level, to a mastery level. So very exciting for you, Gemini, that this is you taking your life in a whole different direction and moving in a very, very different direction from what you were previously doing. The beginning of the third week of December brings us to the Nine of Wands. So with the Nine of Wands, we have somebody who is ready, waiting kind of warily for the next shoe to drop. They've won battles, they've achieved things, they've worked hard, they're guarding the fortress, they're guarding whatever resources they own, and they're waiting for somebody else to come and try to attack or to take it from them. So that's where you're at with the third week in December. However, you have this new ability now. You have been tapped through the Hierophant for your strength and your ability in temperance or alchemy to bring about miracles. So I don't know that you really need to fight anymore. The fight is really a more esoteric fight rather than a physical fight. And the next card reinforces that. This is the card of transition, which is usually known as death. So you will be making a big transition into a different way of handling things in your life, which is really, really welcomed from your perspective. You don't like the physical fighting. You don't like the fighting in general. You are a more intellectual sign. Gemini is an air sign. You are more social, more academic, more intellectual. Although you don't go in for deep academics, you do love learning, and being given the opportunity to learn a craft and start on the path to mastery is very exciting for you. That's the transition that I think you're going to be finding yourself in. And then yet another major arcana, the Hermit. So you are going to spend a lot of time contemplating what it is that you want to do with your newfound abilities and this new opportunity. So you will be spending the third week of December in contemplation, trying to figure out what to do with all of this stuff that's coming at you. And then here you are as the Princess of Cups. So in the first week, you're the you're the Queen of Cups, and this very emotional queen who is very, very intuitive feels very on top of the situation, although sad, although worried, although feeling that there is a lack in her life. But now, for a while, now that you've discovered these new talents and you're on this new path, now you feel younger, brighter. You're the Princess of Cups. You feel more in wonder, feeling in awe of life and curious and in wonderment at what lies ahead, what is in front of you. So very exciting new turn in your life where you actually feel like you've gone backwards as far as your attachment to life and your mastery of life. You've gone backwards so that you can once again learn and feel wonderment at the amazing wonderment of the universe. The fourth week of December starts out with another major arcana. It's the Judgment card. Judgment in terms of, are you being judged or are you the one who is judging? Now, Geminis, I think, not to make a big blanket statement about the air sign, but they probably are not very judgmental just because they learn so much about so many different topics that they are more open to other people's ideas and philosophies maybe than other people. So with the Judgment card here, what you're seeing is the world saying, you do you. Not judging in a negative way, but judging and saying, if you want to go off on your path, that's perfectly fine. Don't worry about what other people think or say or do. Just do you. And this refers back to the Hermit card, where you're really searching within. You're really looking for the answers from your own higher self, your own higher source, and you're not worried about what other people think. So this is a good thing, Gemini. This is a really, really good thing. The next card that we have is again another wand. You have a lot of wands in this reading too. A lot of wands and a lot of major arcana. So this is really a time of your own self-discovery and a time of you exploring your own identity and how you want to how you want to present yourself to the world. And now we have the 10 of Wands. And the 10 of Wands usually is that man holding up 10 wands in a bundle and struggling to take them up a hill. Looks like he's doing farming or something. And in this 10 of Wands, this person is very calmly gardening. They're using one of the wands to dig in the dirt and they're working in their garden. And above the big row of wands, this looks like a big sunflower. So there's something blooming, but also once flowers bloom, that's sort of the last phase of their life before they die, they wither, they transition. So this is saying that your transition, and by the way, it is lined up with the transformation card. So we've got the 10 of Wands, the transformation card, the strength, but it starts out in the first week with the 5 of Cups, which is the disappointment. So reading across here, we see that you are making a journey internally so that you can finish up the last phase of what you were doing, which was not giving you emotional sustenance, and beginning a phase where you are digging deep into your soul, into your shadow, and pulling out talents you didn't even know existed and using them to make your way in the world in a new way. So this is a really exciting month for you. This is a really big shift that I know you can feel. You've got the new moon eclipse in Gemini, the lunar eclipse in Gemini on November 30th, which kicks off the month, which may be why you're feeling like agitated and you have to go, because eclipses very often are a huge ending of sorts, a huge end of a chapter for you. And this is no different. And then you've got the Sagittarian solar eclipse on December 14th, which is going to be very important to you too, Sagittarius being your opposite sign. So it's really going to be stimulating you and your relationships a great deal. Now, the King of Swords is the next card. It's the third card in the fourth week in December. Kings are released. Kings are letting go. So When it comes to swords, that's ideas, and that's Gemini. So you are really ready to let go of the old ideas about who you are, the old ideas about the way your life needs to be conducted, and you're embracing something new. You're looking at something brand spanking new that you really want to have, something brand new that you want to have happen in your life. I'm sorry, I just got distracted for a minute. I thought that I had read the cards and given them the wrong number. And the final card is, this is the card that I thought I'd given the wrong number for. I thought this was the Three of Pentacles, and then I looked at the Roman numeral up at the top. It's actually the Five of Pentacles, which is a tough card. The Five of Pentacles usually are those people who look like they're walking through the cold and the snow in rags and not warm enough clothing past the church window, and it denotes poverty and lack and all this. And in this card, it's very, very different. In this card, it's these two people who are not praying to the tree, but certainly nurturing the tree, which is their primary resource, which is Pentacles. And they are ensuring that they will have this tree in their life in the future. And that's what I think that you're going for. You are changing the way you look at your life. You are changing the way you maybe make your livelihood. Maybe you're changing your career, or changing a job, or changing the way you relate to yourself, the way you relate to your family. There's a big, big sea change going on here for you, Gemini. And December is the time that marks this as the transition in your life that it is meant to be. So really big stuff going on for you, Gemini, this month. Again, those eclipses are going to impact you powerfully, especially if your sun, moon, or rising is anywhere between 18 and 28 degrees of Gemini. So if you would like a personal reading with me, please email me, or you can look on my website to see what other services I offer. I usually do the readings either over the phone or via Zoom. Please give the video a thumbs up and also make a comment down below. I can't wait to hear from you about how these readings hit you, and especially if things are coming true for you. Make sure that you've subscribed, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our upcoming videos, especially the astrological bonus video that's coming for December. And in the meantime, Gemini, enjoy the last month of the year, and I'll see you next time.